Hi, I am Lamarr Townsend Tarot, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how I burned some cinnamon in my apartment overnight and I made this amount of money. I'm not going to say how much money I made, but it was a good amount of money that I made the next day, which was today. So, thank you for listening and watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment, and share with your friends and family. Keep in touch with me on my social media, Lamarr Townsend Tarot on Instagram and Facebook. And if you would be interested in a personal reading from me, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com, to purchase or schedule a reading with me. Alright, you can schedule your own reading with me on my website. So if you want to schedule a few days ahead, a few weeks ahead or whatever, you can definitely schedule. Keep in mind there are no refunds, okay? So make sure that you show up at the time you are scheduled to do your reading. Alright, but I also have other readings as well, so definitely check out my website. Thank you for listening and watching, and I do have specials as well. The New Year special, the 2020 special, which you get one candle, you get a birth chart reading, 30-minute recorded birth chart reading, and a 30-minute recorded psychic tarot reading as well. So check out my website, go to the store section, and that's where all of my readings and candle work that I offer and birth chart readings are, priced from most expensive to least expensive, okay? So thank you for listening and watching. Make sure you also, of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell next to the subscribe button. And when you hit the bell next to the subscribe button, make sure you hit all notifications, which means you will get all notifications every time I go live or upload a brand new video. So in this video, I want to talk about cinnamon. Cinnamon is an amazing herb that you can get at your grocery store. It smells absolutely aromatic, alright? And, you know, actually it's a good herb for cleansing the air, which is a big component of why I think this is a good herb to burn, alright, in terms of cleansing energies and cleansing and purifying and things of that nature. This is actually one of the herbs I use when I don't have sage around to cleanse my tarot cards with, because I think it's important to keep your tarot cards cleansed. If I don't have sage around, I'll take one of these cinnamon sticks and I'll even cleanse the space I'm in, or the energy of the space I'm in, you know, so I can channel energies better, or so that I can do an astrology or, you know, astrology reading and focus more. So cinnamon is really a really versatile herb, but we're going to focus on its abundance and wealth, alright, properties in this video, and how you can actually use it to manifest money. So let's go ahead and get into the video right now. So in this video, we're going to be talking about cinnamon. So I literally got this from the grocery store, and if you don't know, a lot of people, a lot of witchy, herby, new age, spiritual people tend to smudge their spaces with herbs or burn herbs to clear and cleanse their spaces, to also manifest certain energies that they want to manifest in the physical realm, alright, pertaining to the herb that you use. So cinnamon itself is associated with fire. So it's a very fiery herb, which is interesting because we're literally using fire to burn it. Cinnamon is also associated with protection. It's associated with clear thoughts, alright, psychic abilities. It's also associated with love and romance and passion and making someone want to be loyal to you, making someone want to be attracted to you. It's a very sweet herb. Cinnamon is also associated with money, wealth, and abundance, making your clients sweeter to you, making your boss or whoever you want to get a promotion from sweeter to you, alright, drawing sweet, you know, fiery, passionate things to you, you know, money. You really want that money, you better burn some cinnamon, alright? And I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I burned cinnamon overnight, and I ended up making a certain amount of money, which was today. That, it's kind of a weird story of how it worked. You know, it's funny how manifestations work, but, hey, that's magic for you. So, how I burn my cinnamon actually is it's called Three Kings charcoal, and I actually go to a botanica sometimes to get these. You can get them from a botanica, you can get them from a metaphysical shop. a magic shop or, you know, anywhere where you can buy like spiritual things, they tend to have Three Kings. If not, you can definitely order it online, probably definitely on Amazon or something like that. But there's a little like indentation or like a little cove here in the middle of the thing where you can put herbs, alright? And I burned my cinnamon on that. And I actually burned them in these little things that are made to burn things in, actually. And they, you know, you're supposed to burn cinnamon and other herbs in something that is ceramic like this, or something that is glass, very sturdy glass. Definitely not anything that is thin glass or anything like that. And I also have one, because I like to keep one in my bedroom and one in my living room. I live in an apartment. So I burned cinnamon, and I burned cinnamon in both the living room and the bedroom in my apartment. Alright, because I wanted to bring abundance just to the apartment overall, the space overall. So that's how I burn my cinnamon. I'm going to show you specifically how I do it later on in the video. But I burned cinnamon overnight last night. Okay, so yesterday, as you guys know or may not know, I am an astrologer, I'm a psychic, and I am an energy channeler and a tarot reader. And I'm a business owner. I have my own business. I don't work for anyone else. I did at one point do a 9-to-5. You know, that's just not for me. I'm more someone who's meant to be an entrepreneur, someone who's meant to do my own thing. I'm Saturn in Aquarius, 10th house in Taurus, alright? Mercury and Mars in Sagittarius, so you know I have a lot of ideas. I'm very creative in my thought and in the way I do things. I also have Moon in Libra, creative. Capricorn Sun, hardworking. Virgo rising, hardworking and diligent. So I'm meant to be my own boss. And thank God I found my way to become that. But with being your own boss, you have to learn to drum up your own business. And yesterday was a day where I wasn't really doing things to drum up business. I was more focused on things in the back end, behind the scenes, such as doing personal readings that clients had already bought, that maybe I needed to record, or we had a scheduled reading and that, you know, we just need to make that call and make it happen, or maybe there's just some things on the back end of my website I need to work on. Maybe there's some things I need to film, you know, for YouTube that I haven't uploaded yet. You know, just things in the back end. You know, every business owner, every business has to go through, right? Just the normal day-to-day things. And I made some money, but I didn't necessarily make the amount of money that I wanted to make because I wasn't doing things to really bring in money, you know, in terms of my clients. I wasn't, you know, really doing anything in terms of marketing, sending out emails, hey, I'm available, not posting on social media or anything like that. So I was like, how can I attract money to me but focus on what I'm doing right now? Not lose my train of thought or focus on this because this is just as important, but do something that attracts business to me. And something told me to burn cinnamon. So I burned cinnamon about maybe two or three times throughout the day yesterday, but I definitely made sure to burn some before I went to bed because I wanted to make sure that when I woke up, I smelled, you know, the smell of cinnamon. I wanted to wake up smelling like cinnamon. Cinnamon is actually good for cleansing the air. Like, cinnamon is a natural air purifier. It's a natural antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. So if there's any bacteria or viral energies, bad smells in the air, it's going to get rid of it. Cinnamon is, if you burn this. So, and that's interesting because certain smells that we smell, certain things in the air, alright, that we pick up, that we take in, affect how we think. They affect our energy. They affect how we feel and things like that. So it's so important to take charge of your air quality in your home and in your space. Burn cinnamon, alright? That's how you manifest. You know, you manifest not only from taking action and doing, but you also manifest from your thought. So this is associated with your thought and manifesting with your thought. So that's my thinking, hey, I want to do something to manifest money with my thought, alright? With my natural manifesting energetic ability. So I burned cinnamon definitely before I went to bed. And it's funny, I woke up and I ended up like, this day was really weird, alright? Because I ended up like, today is the next day after burning it overnight. And, excuse me, I definitely made a lot of money from business. But, okay, so I woke up and I usually like to start my day with getting some coffee from Starbucks or something like that. I had to go to Target because I needed to get like a new toothbrush or something like that. So I was like, well, there's a Starbucks at Target, blah, blah, blah. While I'm in Target, I'm getting like notifications that, you know, someone purchased a reading from you. This person purchased a reading from you. But I go to my PayPal and I'm like, none of those payments that I allegedly received from my email have actually been sent to my PayPal. So I'm like, there's something wrong. I even had a client, you know, send me like their questions, like, you know, like the payment went through, and then I had another client who sent me like, you know, hey, I tried to make a payment, I thought it went through, but it didn't go through, I'm going to try later. So I had to spend literally like 5 hours going back and forth between WordPress and PayPal, trying to figure out the issue. Never really got the issue rectified. And then me being the Capricorn that I am, you know, Virgo rising, blah, 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 realizing that I'm losing money out on this. This is also the cinnamon coming into effect, realizing I'm losing out on money. And I realized I need to do something and like take something into my own hands. And I realized that I needed to completely wipe out the way that I was doing my payments on my old website, because of the traffic that my website was receiving and the amount of payments that were being processed through my website. I realized the old system couldn't handle the amount of traffic that was coming in. So I was like, I'm just gonna have to take a leap of faith. Luckily, I found a coupon, 50% off, that helped me with this, which was also a manifestation of the cinnamon. Something that I would have paid over $200 for, I ended up getting half off at like $120 something, just because of this manifestation. Something told me, you know, no, I just need to completely wipe out the old system and do a new system. So that's what I did. I found a coupon, ended up upgrading my website, or upgrading something on my website, so that I could do this e-commerce thing. That, you know, like I said, I ended up having to spend $140 on it, which I was upset about. Not realizing that I would make double that money back later on, but just from burning this. But I spent money earlier this morning, and I was like, that freaking sucks. Like, I went to bed, you know, feeling pretty positive about, you know, the day and the fact that I would make money, and I had all these plans to post a YouTube video, and I actually planned to do this earlier, which is really funny. Because I wanted to talk about, like, manifestation and using cinnamon. But then that happened, and it just really bummed me out. But it's funny, do you remember I was talking about how there were payments that tried to come in but didn't? Well, once I wiped out the old payment system and brought a new one in that I spent money on, all the payments that I didn't receive earlier that day, finally people were able to process their payments, and literally all that money I spent, I got back within, I would say, maybe an hour or two of me having that new payment system and totally revamping my website up. I made back that $140 plus another $40, I'll say. And then I went on YouTube for a little bit, YouTube Live, which was fun. You know, I love going on YouTube Live. And I made a little bit more money. And then, of course, I had, now that I had this new payment system set up, I had clients who were like, oh, you know, his website's different, let me purchase a reading. So I ended up today making, at the time I'm making this video, I could end up making more money later on. That's just the reality of being an entrepreneur as well. You can make money, like, you know, the flow of money is just very sporadic. That can be good or bad. But in this case, it was good. It can be unexpected. At the end of today, I've made over $300. Minus the $140 I spent on the revamp of my website. But I think in the long term of things, that's going to end up probably making me more money, because now the payments are just going to be much more secure. I'm not missing out on that money I would have been missing out with the faulty payment system that I had prior. All of this was literally the manifestation of my cinnamon within 24 hours. And by the way, it's not even 24 hours because it's only like 9 o'clock, and I'm pretty sure I went to bed yesterday at like 4 a.m. It's crazy. Like, this is like the power of your thought, the power of you taking charge of your thought, but listening to your intuition, your gut instinct. Something told me to burn this cinnamon last night, and I was like, I need to get on it. Something told me to do this video earlier today. I wasn't able to get on it, but it all made sense because now I actually have a testimony behind the video I would have done earlier, where the testimony wouldn't have really been there. not that I didn't have a lot of money in my account before, but I just ended up spending more money than I wanted to today. But like I said, I made that back double. You know, I made that back and then some. Like, this is some powerful stuff, y'all. So now I'm going to show you how I burn this stuff to manifest what I want. So once again, you just want to make sure that you use cinnamon, typically that you would buy from a grocery store. Okay? So what I like to do is I take this out and I like to lay at least 3 cinnamon sticks at the bottom. Because sometimes if you don't put anything at the bottom of this, it won't burn all the way through. Because I think it's like something with the charcoal and the ceramic. It's like really weird. And I only trust ceramic with this burning because it gets really hot. So that's what I do. I just do 3 little sticks kind of across like that. And then you light the bottom or the back of this to get it hot. And once it starts sparking, that's when you know it's like hot enough. Like that. And now it's going to stay lit for like a really long time. So you just want to put it in because it gets really hot. So it just kind of burns like that. But what I do as well, because I like to maximize the cinnamon effect, is I take like 2 small sticks and I break them off and I put them on top. They're pretty easy to break. So you just put it on top. Like that. And you can put more if you want. And I think it actually looks really cute, you know, with the decor and stuff. But it will burn. So just, you know, be mindful of that. I'm just going to break 2 more. Put it on the ends and just kind of put that one on the top. The more the merrier sometimes. I hate when that happens. The more the merrier sometimes. And be careful because you don't want to burn your hand. But the more the merrier sometimes just because it can burn through pretty quickly. But that's how I do it. This is how I burn my cinnamon. And I don't like that it's not centered. I don't want to use my hand because I know it's going to like burn the crap out of me. I'll use my fingernail. My Virgo rising is just like really OCD. But that's how I burn my cinnamon, you guys. So thank you for listening and watching. Go burn some cinnamon for yourself and manifest your desires. I'm Lamarr Townsend, and once again, I'm an astrologer, I'm a psychic reader, an energy channeler, and an astrologer, and a tarot reader. So if you want a reading from me, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. I am available, and I would love to read for you. Love and light. I also do candle work, which I use cinnamon as well. And in my candle work, I do burn herbs just to keep the energies clear and pure as the candles burn. So this is actually a big part of spell work just in general, like air and purifying and burning herbs and things like that, saging, smudging. That's why a lot of people do that. Alright, love and light, God bless and no stress, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And be sure to subscribe and make sure you hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you get a notification every time I go live and upload a brand new video. See ya.